Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media, and we are live again. Oh, what a shambolic performance from Chelsea today. What a very, very shambolic performance. I have a little difficulties, and I'm just tired of this StreamYard thing. When I was ready to go live, and everything was just lagging. StreamYard wouldn't connect. Nothing was connecting. I have to reset the whole computer, reset the whole Wi-Fi to make sure everything can go well. But then that was very, very difficult situation at this moment. Chelsea lost at Wolverhampton Wanderers, so we're gonna look at other other news that was going on, other games that were going on in terms of Tottenham Hotspur's game and other games. Well, looks like I'm all over the place today. That's what happened when I wasn't even ready to start the intro. To be honest with you, I wasn't even ready. Oh goodness. So big up to you, Chelsea Dunn. Big up to you, bro. Yeah. Another day in the office, bro. Another day in the office. Another day in the office. Kind of a little bit slow today after the watch along. Oh man, I'm just a bit pissed off, man. I'm all over the place, not really all over the place because of the performance. It's also not even giving me that kind of power that I need to get things going. Very, very bad performance today. Yeah, a little bit not ready yet. All right. I did it. This StreamYard. All right. We got that one. Guys, I'm gonna drop the link in here today. It's all about the fans reaction. Sorry, OG. I was gonna answer, but I was just all over the place. I'll send the link in here. I'll send the link in here real quick, bro. Give me a second. Give me a second, OG. In a second. Oh God. Having some few technical issues with my stream. I mean, not really the stream, but it's all about StreamYard. StreamYard was being difficult. Nothing was going through. I have to fight StreamYard to get everything to work. Restart the whole computer. When I've already set the stream up, it's about 10 minutes to go live. I have to keep sending the link back and back and back again. Guys, I'm gonna send the link right here. It's all about the fans' reaction. It's all the calling show today, guys. It's all the calling show. It's all about you guys. That's all it's about today. Not just us, but we want to hear your voice. So the link is right there. If you have something you want to drop, you have a 25 cent, 5 cent you want to drop, 2 cent, whatever you want to drop on the show, go for it. Go for it today. It's all yours, guys. It's all yours. Lampard and his guys have done it again. Lampard have done it to return back flat four. And look at that. It looks like the guys don't know what they're doing. I mean, it's getting worse. Some people will say it gets worse before it gets better, but I don't think so, guys. It is getting worse. Honestly, Cucurella, man, Cucurella. I don't know what to say about Cucurella. I'm not the kind of guy that always like to pick point fingers at certain players. It's a teamwork, but then when sometimes you could really tell that this guy is not up to tax. 60 million Cucurella, it's not up to tax. Performance, Reece James, one of the best right back in the world. You play a back four with Reece James, it limits the way and the chance that Reece James can contribute towards our attack. Flat back four. Cucurella, who can run, who can cross nothing. Flat back four. Kai Havertz again in the starting lineup. Aubameyang came in, he did his bits, but I don't blame Aubameyang because when was the last time Aubameyang did play football? When was the last time? So yeah, guys, I've dropped the link in there. Everyone can jump on, but you can come on just about 2-3 minutes. You have your say. You drop off, somebody else come on, so we can all have a say. OG, I've sent the link in your Twitter space. Check it there, right there. So the link is also in the comment section below. You guys can click on, and then we'll bring it here to the studio. So that is what we're looking for at this moment. Also, other Premier League performance. We're going to look at the scoreline from Manchester United earlier on. They won 2-1 earlier on. So we're looking to that also whilst we're live. There's a whole lot going on. On the return from Helen Haaland has put in Manchester City up front, up one. And we'll talk about earlier on Manchester United. Like I said, let me see the stream. Oh man, big OG, bro. Big OG is here with me. Like I said earlier on, Manchester United won 2-0. Bradford 1, Manchester United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Brighton, Hove Albion 1, and then we have Leicester City 0, FC Bournemouth 1. We have Fulham 0, West Ham United 1, Aston Villa 2, and we have Nottingham Forest 0, West Ham Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Chelsea 0, Southampton 0. Manchester City up, like I said, right now, 59 minutes played. They are 2 up. Dummy, welcome to the stream, Dummy. And then OG, welcome to the stream, bro.
Yeah, I'm proper silhouette mode today, man. I don't want no one to see my face, man. Oh.
I do agree. Dummy, welcome to the stream. I know everyone is pissed. I know Spurs fans will be.
I am very disappointed. I am not pleased. I am disappointed.
I know. I mean, I can't. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I know you're very, very pissed. I do agree with you, sister. Let me see what we have here. OG is in the comment section below earlier on. Then we have Up the Chills, bro. Chelsea Dan also came in, and King of Animals. Thank you for joining us over here on the platform, and also Space will be big. We'll be back and big again.
The luckiest team in the world.
Absolutely. Luckiest team in the world. OG said a great Chelsea said that CFC.
Silhouette. I think
yes. Yeah, I think it was a salute. I think it has to be a salute. I don't know. I think that's what he missed out the word over there. But I know I've tweeted that sometimes. Technical issues here, technical difficulties that I went through from beginning. Then okay, after chess says difficulty like today's game. Absolutely, it is true, bro. Me and Chelsea OG gonna get pissed. Everyone is pissed. Dummy is pissed. Everyone is pissed. King of Animals. Chelsea OG said proper tonight. Feeling so low. Need to get high. As Kate. Okay, that is true. Oh, as a kite. Okay.
Yeah.
The West starts over. LOL.
Well, he lost to United on his first day, but that's United, much bigger than Wolves. What's this Spurs guy saying, man?
Which one? The Spurs guy?
Yeah, he's a clown.
I think he's just sending stuff. He's just sending stuff in there. He said game over. Game over. Yeah, he said game over. Right. Then he's laughing. I mean, it's we deserve it. We deserve it. If we go ahead and win this game, I don't think my brother Spurs fan will be here. Or if he's gonna be here, he won't be saying all kind of stuff. He deserved to laugh at us. I mean, that's his opinion. Yeah, we did it. We allowed that. Dummy, take us through. Chelsea Dan is on the platform over here. Welcome to the stream, Chelsea Dan. I'll come to you real quick.
Big up to you, bro. Big up to you.
Oh man. Dummy, please take us through the lineup alone. The lineup. I want us to look at the lineup. Dummy. Was it surprising to you?
I wasn't surprised. But I felt like we shouldn't have started Gallagher and what's his name? Cucurella should have been benched. I mean Zachariah is.
Gallagher didn't start the game, did he?
He did. He did start the game.
Yeah, I thought he came in. Well, all right.
No.
Thank you very much. Dummy, go ahead.
So the startup was fine, but I felt like it should have used Modric too. I mean, why bench Modric for Gallagher? I mean, it doesn't make sense. And Enzo was a good game, but I don't know. I think the players are too lazy at this point. It's a psychological thing. I think they need to rehab or something, because it is very disappointing. I am way disappointed. I mean, losing to Wolves, come on, man.
Losing to Wolves, come on, man. It's what Dammy just said. I'm gonna go to OG, then it will be Chelsea down next. OG, bro, the starting lineup was he surprising? Why was he resting so many players? I know there's a Real Madrid game up there, but I was thinking maybe he will try and get team chemistry to be able to know each other, especially the back four. When I saw it, I thought it was going to be good, but I realized that in the first 20, 15, 40 minutes, the back four was struggling. Back flat four.
How did you not know straight away? Like when I saw Cucurella missed the one good game the whole season, one good game. Wasn't man the match worthy, even though he won it. It was one good game against Dortmund, literally all season. And Kulu, yellow card every other game, Barley. This guy can't be like his name has Barley in it. That when Man United's Barley, was he not enough proof? Like they've all that in their namesake. They even play similar. They suck, man. And I'm just so angry across the whole board. But at the same time, I kind of realized Lampard must literally think, oh, it's all about the Champions League, because he did not put his best team on today. And even, I reckon he would still made 1 or 2 mistakes. He'd probably still play Cucurella regardless. Maybe he's still sure. But Koulibaly is definitive proof that he's a big problem. And he has to play against Madrid. Unlike Badashili or Fofana, Badashili is not in the Champions League squad. So he has no choice but to put Koulibaly there in centre. From confidence building to just confidence destroying. The only good person was Fofana, and I was scared he was going to get injured. I was like, at any moment, this person's going to get injured. I can't believe they gave Koulibaly an 8.0. Are you serious? Like, oh my God, man.
People say even this website sometimes 6.0. It's 6.8. That's what we have over here. Oh man, you know, I keep
in our team other than Enzo. There's only him and Fofana. Like that's about it. Sterling's the worst, man. Sterling and Cucurella. City made us get them both. They sold us Sterling trickeries, and they pretended they were interested in Cucurella.
Oh man, Sterling's performance was very, very, very abysmal. Very poor, bad passes, losing ball all the time, bad passes. Welcome to the stream. I'm up the Chelsea, and also welcome to the stream. It's all good, big brother. Welcome to the stream.
It's
and also
not all
Mr.
good.
Patrick.
It's not all good.
That's his name. All right. Convenient that Mount got injured a day before the game. All right, so that's coming from Mr. Patrick. Look, this is a question I keep asking myself. What is it gonna take for these players to start playing football? Is it a manager that will change the psychology of these players? I think it's not just physical; it is the mindset of these players is way down. But who can change things is the question. Chelsea down. Do you have any issue with the starting lineup and what went wrong in the first half and the second half? If you can take us through it.
Oh, please don't. This is depressing. Like what they put in the chat, it is shamble bollocks. The top bowling merchant and egg barley jellyfish, mate. They got to go, mate. You know what? I can't blame that Lampard for this. No one can't blame Lampard because this is his first game. It's been shambles since Potter. He's got them in their brains. Yeah, it's still Potter's tactics, mate. It's like. Where do we come from? Where do we come from this now? What is it with this team? Because the team's world-class talent players. How is it that we're so bad? Where does it end?
Maybe tonight.
I should told you. And big ups to Patrick, big ups to George, and big ups to everyone in the chat. Yeah, and then and you got that Tottenham clown coming in and trying to talk waffles to us about our club where they haven't got no such little trophies in their cabinet forever. And then you got
ignore the Spurs, man. Ignore the trolls.
Yeah. But the thing is, Conor Gallagher's starting really. Joe Felix was poor. Raheem Sterling was poor. How many times are we going to back these players? How many times are we going to realise where's it going to end? This can't be Chelsea. I want our Chelsea back, where we was elite talent, most successful doing stuff, and bringing things what we need. Yeah, into our thing. We was top 4 every season, winning trophies. Yes, we're not a Premier League experience yet, But this game is now ending with results that people in the rifles going to laugh at us. We're a shambolics team that is going to be no courage to a club. We're having Todd Bowley, a yes man, and a jellyfish egg barley. Both jellyfish. Get out of our club. You are ruining our club big time. And it is the team. This team. If we had a elite gaffer, people would be laughing because we'd be smashing teams day one to thick and through. And we can't blame Super Frank Lampard. He came in a team where it's been down since Potter. And now he's brave to come in to take over for the last 9 games just to try and bring some joy back to life for the football club, for the football team and the fans. He was pissed today on the pitch. He was gobsmacked. He doesn't know what he's going to do with a team like this. How can we get bullied by Wolves? That's how bad. Wolverhampton bullied us today off the park. And you got Aston Villa who are 11th and now 6th in the table. Oh, we're a laughing stock. We're a circus club, aren't we? We must be a circus club. I've told you, I've said DJ on my show, and I've told OG, I'm going to get pissed tonight. I'm going to drink whiskey. And now, end of this tonight's that's my last watch along. And I'm not going to any other games. I've just sold my ticket to my cousin and gave him my hotel. I'm not going to fly to Real Madrid. I'm done. And next summer, if Todd Bowley don't bloody sort his attitude out, I'm gobsmacked. I'm just gobsmacked. I just don't know what to say, Coach.
I feel you. I feel you, Chelsea down. I feel you. I could tell the passion and I can tell the emotions within you when you talk. I know how pissed you are. You're very, very upset. I could tell, but bro, please take it easy. Take it easy. The whiskey wouldn't help you support the team. Slow down the whiskey.
Mate. It helps at night.
Yeah, it'll help you calm down. But tomorrow the problem still persists, bro. So slow it down, that whiskey, man. Slow it down a little bit. I'll come back to you, Chelsea.
I need something. Don't know. I need something to calm my emotions because I don't know what to say. Do I get angry and start swearing, going off on one?
You know the best way.
Or do I just chill out?
You know the best way to do it, Chelsea Down. Go to Mrs. Tell Mrs. She will talk to you and put your hands around your head, and that will calm you down.
Good advice.
Better way. That's why they're there. That's why they are there to calm us down. That's it. She will do it in a better way for you. All right, did yourself, bro. I know how disappointed you are.
Big up to you, Blue. I don't know. Big up to my brother. Big up to you guys.
Big up, Dan. Big up to you,
fans in this chat. Yeah. Boys.
Yeah, we have a lovely lady down here too. Dami, great supporter of Chelsea. Fan community down there. Yeah. Dig yourself, bro. Welcome to the stream again, bro. I know where you stand. I know right now there's no Potter. So tell me, who can get this guy to play football for us? Dig yourself.
Listen, but I don't know where to begin, to be honest with you. I didn't get a chance to really watch the game or see anything. I was just hearing what Dan and everyone was saying from their streams and whatever they were doing. They were talking about it today, and all I was trying to get the info from it because I was out with the family today. But even today, being out with family, out and about, it still ruined my day after our result today because I was just so disappointed with the result. I think the only thing I'll say is in terms of people coming on, are going to probably come at Frank Lampard. I wouldn't do that. The only thing I think Frank Lampard got wrong today is he played a 4 at the back. I mean, if he knows how we've been winning our games, how we've been improving our games, you probably would stick with a 3 at the back, and he went with the 4. And we clearly can't play with the 4 at the back, not with this team. All I'll say is, look, I'm disappointed, obviously, because we lost today. I'm knowing the fact that it was Wolves. Wolves. Out of all teams that we smashed under Frank Lampard 2 seasons ago, 5-2 or 5-3 or something like that, have come and beaten us 1-0 today. And, just seeing that and seeing there was hardly no chances created in the game today, you have to question what is going on with our players in this team at the moment. People are saying, it's all well good blaming the managers for things. And look, listen, Graham Potter had to go. I'm glad he's on the Potter Express. He's out of here. He's gone on the Hogwarts Express. I'm glad he's gone. Right. But, we got Frank Lampard in here now to steady the ship. But again, you've got to look at the situation and see what is going on with some of our players. And some of our players obviously they were not enough. Clearly, are not not Chelsea levels. I think we can see that. I think again, I don't want to I won't knock him or say anything bad about him. But what I'll just say is Conor Gallagher today, I thought was disappointed. From what I heard today, I think it's probably one of his worst performances in the Chelsea shirt today. I heard Raheem Sterling wasn't that great today either. So you have to ask and question, what do we do? Are these players saving themselves for the Champions League? Is this what we're now fighting for? I get the impression this is what we're doing, guys. I think it's more the fact that they're keeping themselves to this Champions League game. And I think Frank Lampard wants the Champions League more. But we've still got to think about Premiership safety. I was just watching on this Chelsea live thing that could Chelsea get relegated. It's uncalled for. That will not happen at all. No way will that happen. But we need to improve and quickly. If you look at the games that are coming up, they're not easy. You've got Brighton coming up. You've got Manchester City. You've got, I do believe, Manchester United. Arsenal. These games are not easy games, and you just got to look at that list and seeing how we're performing at the moment. It's not great at all, and I don't know what to say. I just want my team back. I just want my whole Chelsea back. I just want us to get the right appointment in the summer. While that happens, we've got to go with what Lampard does. I trust in Lampard, and I really hope he can salvage it, because I think at this moment in time, we really need to I think concentrate now on getting the 40 points and then concentrating into the Champions League.
That DJ.
I know, Dan, bruv. This is the thing. I mean, this is the problem, bruv. But the thing was, we're on 39 points at the moment, aren't we? So we're just 1 point away from that magic 40. So, it's not going to be hard. One game we'll get something out of one game at least, I hope.
Thank you
let's see.
Go ahead. Thank you very much, DJ Sav. I know I can also feel you, bro. I can feel you. I know it's not been that easy on you. But the question I keep asking is, what's the work of the psychologists that we brought from All Black? What's this work? And should we go for a manager that is also good in psyching players up and getting them ready for match day, just like we saw during the early days of Jose Mourinho during his time at Chelsea, and how he can motivate players, how he can talk to them, and during the touchline, his antics, his body language, how he can impact some kind of knowledge into the boys for them to change the game style, because everything looks so flat at the dugout. OG, bro, what do you make of this? The psychology, and do we employ a psychological coach who can really work with this guy besides just a separate psychologist on the side?
That won't be enough, honestly, man. We need that, like, almost. It's like, it feels like a school right now. We need to turn it into a military. We need to turn it into that kind of. That's the only way you're going to get that mentality. Unless you do hire a whole team of personal psychiatrists for each player, and even like that's not going to hit the nail on the head for me. Honestly, this everything needs to change. I just keep thinking about, how did United do it? They were so muddied. Ten Hag comes in. They even started off the season bad, but he just turned it around. He just knew who to cut off, who's the extra fat that didn't need to be there. Just made it lean machine. There has to be a manager that's experienced. I'm sure the board's afraid of these younger managers, these inexperienced. I don't think they'll touch Julius Nagelsmann after this. Like, if they're looking, okay, Potter completely flopped. If Lampard gets only 1-2 points out of this whole thing, 1-2 wins, they probably will think, we can't mess around with anyone that's under 50. We need a 50-year-old plus who has experience, who has more than 5 major trophies or just trophies, and there's not that will narrow down the list. But people are still telling me Julian Nagelsmann's coming. I don't think Vivell convinced these two, the whole board, that that's what we need. We need someone to just give us a right kick up the bottom and just change us about. One thing that I used to love about Chelsea, second half, we come out better, especially when we're down. Well, we came out fluffed at our line second half as well. I was just so unimpressed.
All right. Thank you. That's that's OG dropping some few minerals that Lampard did not have. Put OG in that dugout and he will get these guys to win games. I swear.
I'll get fired. I'll get fired. Like, don't do me for like, I'll cross that line. Like you know that fine line between
we'll be
soul.
slapping the players.
Well,
That's what I'm
they're gonna show you the dressing room. Go ask take over.
Bro,
Go
there'll be
Numbers
blood on
take
their
over.
shirts, mate.
That's
There'll
it.
be holes.
Well, me
lit
know
up,
you'll
like.
be banned. We'll be banned FC, CFC
But
banned
I
for
want
life
2
at the
red
Chelsea
card
Football
minimum
Club.
from that display.
All right.
We won't kick the players up the arse. We'll give them slaps in their heads to back their ideas up. That's what we would do.
All right, we got some few comments here. We have our Metal Face Doom. Big up to you, brother. We have all this good set GM, which is Julian Nagelsmann, or Porch ASCP. Then we have our brother here, Metal Face Doom, said he was in ends as well. He was in not hold the other day. Okay, I'm not so sure with that place, but I'm sure he's in London. Spencer will be back. And big coming from my brother said was in London, wasn't not London. All good here. Okay, make me want to stop supporting till Bolly stop coming to London. All right,
I like
that's my
Donny
brother
to do
here.
what Abramovich done and come one every 4 games. Like, stop being in training. Stop coming everywhere, man. You and Barley, take a chill pill.
Stellan is finished coming from up the chairs, and also Wagwan with the mentality coach. Yes, I did said that earlier on. Wagwan with him. What's up with him? Is he just sitting there taking money? Because I feel like he's distanced himself away from the team itself, and to the extent that when the game is going on, this mentality coach or whatever his name is, it's not there. Everything's been left to the main coach, and if the main coach don't have that kind of a psychological experience, how does it impact that into the footballers when they're on the pitch? So that's one thing that we have to talk about. Questioning for the panel: how long do you think it will take for Chelsea to win any silverware under Clinic ownership? I don't think it's going to be that long. In my opinion, I think we will win. We will win a silverware before what's his name, Manchester United, even before any other team. I'll put Arsenal aside, but things will get better this season. Better this season. Phantom of Many Topics said if Frank loses to Real Madrid, then I'm Lampard out. Loyalty is based on performance. You always change it. Now I agree with you 100%. He has to perform to keep his job. Weak mentality game. I agree with you, brother. The boys' mindset is really weak. Let's go back to DJ Saab. DJ Saab again. What do you make of this mentality thing going on at Chelsea Football Club?
Yeah, no, listen, it's a very valid point. I think the players need that kind of thing, but people are asking what kind of manager, and OG was just saying we need a 50 plus. Well, we know who the answer is. It's Luis Enrique. That's the answer. Simple as that. It's Luis Enrique. People go on about Nagelsmann. They can talk about Nagelsmann. Yeah, I like Nagelsmann. Great coach, young upcoming coach. He'll come in and do a good job. But you want a manager who's going to come in, who's going to kick these players up the backside. He's going to tell them how to do things, what they need to do. That's why he did this dossier when he had the interview last Wednesday to the board. He gave this dossier of what needs to be, because he knows the problems that with some of these players are facing and what we need. There's your manager. That's who I think we should go for. If we can't get, obviously it's between him and Nagelsmann, but I'll go with Enrique. And going back to what Phantom of Many Topics said about Frank Lampard, listen, Phantom, I big up to you, brother. I respect your opinions and stuff. But let's remember one thing. Frank Lampard is only here till the end of the season, brother. He's not going to be here after that. So he's only interim coach, so we've got to bear with this. There's no point going and making another change, getting Lampard out and then bring someone else in, because it's not going to work. I, for one, think he's there till the end of the season to steady the ship. Hopefully, we can do a good. I'm saying hopefully. I'm putting my hands and saying this. Hopefully, we can do a good Champions League run up to the final. I know it's a lot to ask with these players, but I don't see why we can't do that. We have listen, guys. The squad is a good squad. I don't see what's wrong with our squad. Any top manager would want to come and manage this squad. At the moment, no. It's the mental situation. These players. It's the issue. They just can't get a win under their belts. And all you need is when they get that one win under their belts, I can see he's starting something again. So listen, he's only there till the end of the season, Lamps is. Hopefully Luis Enrique comes in after that. And then we go next summer again. Nee.
Yeah. What do you make?
Sorry, Blue Cloud, can I just quickly ask a question for you guys, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I want to say to the Phantom saying you Lampard out, right? Are you going to be like the Luis Enrique out when what if anything happens to the same scenario next summer with this squad? What happens if he comes in next summer and we're in the same requirement what we're doing now with these
I
players?
can't see that
What we're
happening,
going to do
Dan,
that
man.
next
I'll go
summer?
first for that one. I can't, it might like that'll be unbelievable if Luis Enrique next season after a whole preseason and cutting some of the transfers and getting one or two of his own.
Yeah.
I just can't see us being,
This
I can't see
bad.
us being outside the top five, let alone if we're 10th next season, then we've got to dip and sell the club. Like Bowley has to reassess his life. Clearlake might even need to get rid of him.
100%.
I'm not even joking. I
100%, bro.
can't imagine 2
100% OG.
seasons. I can't
100%, mate. I
imagine 2
agree.
seasons of this. We would become
No.
like an Arsenal Man United, protests, Glazers, Al Cronk. All of that will happen if this is another season like this. No way it can happen again.
Bro, it's getting very close. It's getting very close to a decade for Chelsea to win the Premier League again. It was not too long ago. It was 2 years. It went to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7
That's the
years.
problem.
Very soon it's going to be a decade, 10 years. And then we'll be like, what is happening? We're going to end up turning into Manchester United, turning into Arsenal. But it's taking us that long to win the Premier League again. And the only thing that I felt that under Roman Abramovich, he didn't do it right. Was just too many of the time that he was sacking of the coaches. It got to a point that when we win the league this year, they have to wait the following 2 years to win it again. The continuation was not there. We were not keeping that consistency. It's like every year we win a trophy, but we don't win the major, which is maybe the Premier League, just like Manchester City have done. So I think that we need a coach. That's why a lot of Chelsea fans were happy when Potter was coming in, but we didn't have the trust that he could be the guy. But we were thinking maybe he could be the guy that can transform these young players and then be able to play a different style and be able to conquer Europe. We're giving time to Potter. But who is next? Nagelsmann? I don't think so. Nagelsmann is way too young. He doesn't have that experience. People can say he has a little bit of experience in the Champions League, but that is not enough. That is not enough from what we've seen him done in the Bundesliga. It's going to be the same as Graham Potter. So to me, I also feel that Luis Enrique is the right guy. And I've seen a lot of tactics and how he can break teams down. If we're looking for that man that can really play in those tight spaces, we struggle against these relegation teams because why? They sit deep because they are fighting for their life. We lost against Southampton because of what? They were not playing for nothing, but they want to make sure they keep that clean sheet, and they did it. West Ham, the same thing. We drew against them 2-2. So that is the problem now. We can break a low team down. I want to ask you guys, what do you make of Aubameyang's performances today? I know he has been rusty. He has not been playing for that long. I know Kim will be very, very happy to hear you guys' opinion on Aubameyang's performance today.
Should have come on earlier, much earlier. Should have started. I'd much better see him start than anyone else we've got, to be honest. I'm about the Havertz thing. I'll even give him another try, if there's another game, whatever, behind him. But that top spear position, Felix and Havertz, they can't occupy that, man. False. They're not false nines. They're false everything. They can't do it. Guy's cursed. João Felix is just missing these chances. I feel like we should put Aubameyang there. And I reckon even then you might even see them get a better chance. But anyone, like Brozier's too young. Like, he told he's going on a loan. He just came up from injury. I don't think it's all Aubameyang. He's not going to play in Champions League. That's 100%. So you might as well have started him. You take him off early if you don't like what you see. But they should have at least started him 55th minute. That's enough. But they brought him in too late. JN has one fan, Vivel. I mean, Vivel's his biggest advocate in the club. Obviously, it's like he's God's father. Like he brought him up in RB Leipzig. But yeah, man, any manager that's experienced, this whole apprenticeship that we're doing, apprentice season 1, Todd Bowley, I swear down, like I don't want to even hear about all these other managers' names. It's just a waste of time. Just pay him what he wants, get him for 4 years, 3 years, don't give him 5. And bro, if that doesn't work, I'll be shocked, man. If that don't work much better, I'll be so shocked.
All right, thank you very much, OG guys. So we got 14 of us watching live on this moment. We only have 11 likes. If you're watching, you forgot to put it on like, drop your like.
Smash the like, guys. Smash the like.
It
Everyone.
helps a lot. It helps a lot. I know you don't mean to do that, but if you've forgotten, I've done it before where I've been to streams and I got carried away by the interest in the conversation coming from the panel, and I forget to do that. But I'm trying to bring it out there to remind you, if you've forgotten to put a like on the video as it keep rising. We got 18 of us. Do not forget to put a like on the video to help YouTube also promote this platform. Thank you very much for doing that. I want to appreciate everyone that has been here. Metal Face Doom, Kim So, we have Snoopy G, we have a Phantom of Minute topic, and also Kim So. Yeah, we did talk about Bamiyang, and you can hear not just me talking about Bamiyang, but then DJ Sav, OG, and also Chelsea Dan also here with us discussing the lineup and also the everything that went on through the game, how flat the team was. I got some few comments here. Let me read it. So Snoopy G said, all right, 7-0. And also he said UCL is over, which is true. UCL is not over. It's not true. It's not over. Benzema quadruple, Vinny hat-trick. Wow, 10 years. Yes.
We're not that bad. We're not that bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's not.
We're not that bad.
Barcelona.
Come on.
There has been a decade. It has been a decade. Yes.
Yeah, for us now, I think we have okay, here we are. Dummy, I don't know how long Dummy I've been in there. To Dummy I've been in there. I don't know how long she's been there. Sorry if I didn't see you. I'll come back to you real quick, Dummy. Liverpool, it was 30 years that is coming from Kim. So Liverpool 30 years. Benzema is right there. We have UCL EPL coming from Kim. So I don't even know Luis Enrique. What makes you think I have ones of loyalty to the dude? That is not even my next choice. My choice is the special one, Jose Mourinho. Can we see Jose Mourinho back? I don't think so. Julian Nagelsmann has one fan. All right, from Viville. Okay, the UCL is bigger and better than the better than the UCL. I mean, probably EPL. He means EPL. Up the Chelsea 100%. Aubameyang should have started instead of Havertz. All right. Who gonna play as is it ST against striking and center forward?
Well, I'll tell you who it can't be. It can't be Aubameyang.
Yeah, we have no number 9 in the UCL squad. It can be definitely not being Aubameyang. We're gonna end up playing a false 9. Embarrassing performance coming from King. So I'm beginning to Todd Bowley is telling Frank who to play. Probably is beginning to feel that way, which I get it. Phantom is Phantom. He is okay. Abe to like the video. Thank you very much, Phantom, for doing that. Kim So probably true. Then we have who are that bad? LOL. We can't score against Portuguese FC. Yeah, Wolves. Yeah, we know where they get their players from. GM is a good shout. Okay, Julian Nagelsmann. The last one is Kim So. Chelsea will get punked in Madrid. Ramadan. Karim will wipe the floor.
He's breaking fast before he plays us.
Chelsea's not even the 4th best team in London.
Take that back.
I know, man. It's just the league table. If you say that, I agree with you. Dummy,
he's a Liverpool fan, isn't he? That Kim's on.
No, he's a Chelsea fan.
Oh, is he? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Let me go to Dummy. Let me take a little bit more from Dummy. What do you make of the psychological effect that is going on with Chelsea Football Club at this moment? Because you can tell a lot is coming from psychologically, not just the coaches, but then the players should take some responsibility. Dummy, take us through. Can you hear me? All right, there you go.
So I'm going to start off with when you change coaches a lot, it is going to affect the players because different strokes for different folks. And we've been using the 4-3-3 formation. So Lampard came to change it, and some players will have to adjust. And that aside, I think after Tuchel left, a lot of players got demoralized because Potter wasn't starting important players, and now they have to struggle back to get their meals. We can say the same for Enzo. Enzo is a great player, but sometimes he doesn't, get his ball well. And I feel like rationally, the players are just being unnecessarily lazy. Havertz is out of it, man. I don't know what is going on with him, but he's not a striker. I do not like that guy. I've always said it. Because he scored the winning goal for us does not make him a great striker. He does not know how to score. I mean, I would have picked Timo over him 100 times. Yes, Timo might have missed some chances, but he's definitely going to score. Havertz cannot control the ball. Look at the kind of pass was it Kukurela or Koulibaly threw to him. What he needed to do was just that ball, make a pass, and let the person score. But he does not do that, and he runs around the field like a donkey. Same with Sterling, which is
Well,
big
anyway,
ass. Sorry.
no, it's okay. You said donkey. He likes donkeys, so that's it.
The thing is messing with him.
All right, Dabby. You're from Twitter, aren't you? You got the Snapchat profile on your Twitter account, didn't you?
Come on, let me go ahead. Just sit down.
Listen, I know her from Twitter. It's MC Razor.
Come on, Chelsea down. Let her flow.
Man.
Okay. So moving on, Sterling has become extremely lazy. I mean, look at him at Chelsea. He just gets final, grows his hair. What's that? You're not paid to come and grow your hair at Chelsea. You're paid to play ball. You don't come to Chelsea to show off. I don't know. Today was really disappointing. And Lampard did not use the players you were supposed to use for starters. If Chilwell had started that game, you guys saw how Chilwell was, everywhere in the second half, about 70 minutes. The game came up. I mean, after Wolves called us, I was expecting our players like to feel the heat, like to put pressure on them. It felt like they were relaxed, doing back passes. The defenders were I don't know. The back just wasn't flowing at all. And the midfield, I won't blame the midfielders.
It wasn't existing.
Yeah. I mean, everything was just really disappointing today. And I don't know, but this Chelsea team is way better than Arsenal. But I don't know what is wrong with us. I mean, we have big players that can, play good ball. So I think this is above us changing managers. It is the players that need to fix up, man. That's just it.
That's true. Thank you very much, Adami. I really like that. I really like that. That energy from you. Look, football has proven time and time again that it's not just the big name players that play football. If you don't have the chemistry, if you don't have the balance in football, you can play all the best. You go ask PSG. Have done it many times. How has it resulted them? Nothing. They can't even win the Champions League. It's not even be in the finals to be able to win it. So you need the balance in football, which is very, very important. You can bring all the Havertz, all the Enzo Fernandez, all the million players. Just like I said earlier on, I think yesterday, you have to be very careful in the way we are we're hyping Victor Osimhen. Osimhen is playing in the Italian league. It doesn't mean that the number of goals that he's scored, we should just go and bring him to football, CFC. And then what if he flopped? There's going to be another flop again, which we are very, very known in bringing big name players to CFC. Then it's gone really bad. So, thank you very much, Dami, for that contribution. I'm going to go back to. I have some few comments here, and then there are many Phantom of Minute topic. I am a West London fan. It's Bradford. Where to become a powerhouse. You Phantom of Minute topic. I don't get this from you. Every time it's either Fulham
fan. He's a Fulham fan.
Then Bradford. Then I don't know anymore. Phantom of Minute topic. You drive me nuts.
QPR next.
Enzo is our best player.
Reading. It could be Reading FC next, not QPR. Reading.
All right, guy is out of position. The back, I believe, the back four wasn't working. The midfield wasn't existing. It was Koulibaly who played a decent ball, but once coming from
just once.
No, just once. Yeah, no answer till Jose Mourinho want to put on the pitch wants to put on the pitch, he
Will
I mean
play
he will
people.
play his people. All right, Sterling and Cucurella calls us. That could be true. Cucurella alone, Cucurella. That's too much. Snoopy G, big up to you, Snoopy G. Guys, do not forget to put a like on the video. Better on paper. That is he says better on paper. Jesus cannot save us. Oh, Jesus cannot save us. Jesus cannot save us. Real Madrid have already won the game in spirit. It could be true. Chemistry is key. Very, 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 very important. Chemistry and balance is a key. I remember when Jose came, all that he talks about is the balance. He talked about that during his preseason. The second coming of Jose Mourinho. He talked about during his preseason. He said he needed the balance. It is a psychological thing. The New York Yankees doesn't allow big. It's a big air. Okay, Jose Mourinho would introduce some real discipline, which is absolutely. That's why I need some kind of a maturity in our coach that we're going to employ to the football club. That is why I want Luis Enrique in the football club. Not West balance coming from King of Animal. Then Makin. I think earlier on I missed one. I missed one person earlier on. Let me say her name before I forget. I think her name is I think it's a woman. Something talk football.
Sophia, yeah.
Yeah,
She's actually a United fan channel. She's actually a cool person for United fan.
Yeah. Just like as we
Some
move on.
comments are coming in, bro. I'm all pissed, man.
Yeah, I want to shout her out.
Likes, bro, guys.
Sophia. Yeah, Sophia talk football, right? I think I missed that. Sorry, sis, if I did skip that comments that came in, but yes, I forgot it. The midfield is terrible. The board are forcing players to work together who don't gel. That could be true. 100%. And also, Phantom of Minotaur Big said even Tammy Abraham looked big in Serie A. That should tell you why I said he should slow down. Championship next season. You know, Abraham was good. He was good with that tapping. At least right now, we need someone that can tap those balls in for us. VAR never works for Chelsea Football Club. What team does Benzema's son play for? He was not hold.
That's in West London.
Okay, the other day. Okay, that's I am surprised. Clearly, aren't. Try not to sign him. Yeah, Benzema's son. Okay. Bully should have signed Jesus Christ. Okay.
I love that one.
Abdichel said he just like it. He liked that. Thank you very much, Abdichel. Snoopy G, bro, what you saying, man? Abdi Chelsea love from Nigeria, coming from Joseph. Big up to you, Joseph. It's always a pleasure to have people across the continent, American continent, and London continent, or Nigerian continent, if I should say that way, African continent, European continent, and American continent. That's what I mean, but I'm trying to be a little bit more smart ass over here. VAR is corrupt. Also, Kim So said VAR on Wex for Liverpool. Okay, works for Liverpool. I'm sure that's what it means. Tony said we have already accepted the season was over weeks ago. Many mistakes have been made. Let's just hope the season have been lent. Okay. More coming from I have never not of
Hampton.
Okay, Phantom of Minotaur. London is a great continent. Okay, yes, I said it. All right, so let's go to the panel. Let the panel flow a little bit. Chelsea down, DJ Sav, anyone can flow, guys. You guys can flow. We got 10 more minutes to end the stream, guys. Okay. I've put a link also in there. Any of you in the chat who wants to join us for a little about 1-2 minutes, you're welcome to join us over here. Thank you very much, everyone. Don't forget, we got 20 of us watching. Four of us haven't liked the video yet. If you're one of you in there haven't liked the video, please do not forget to put a like on the video. Please, let's get it going.
Yeah, smash the likes.
Come on, smash the likes.
Smash the likes.
Yeah, the link.
Up the Chelsea.
No way.
Come on.
He's gonna come on.
Yeah, big up. Up the Chelsea, you can come on.
Man.
Yeah, you can come on. The link is right there. And then at that time podcast, said horrible performance, bro. You're welcome. Come on, you got
Understatement.
1-2 minutes. Come and say something, and then you can. We're always inviting. I'm sorry, I wouldn't say inviting, receiving more new people all the time. It's not just for Chelsea. This platform is not just for Chelsea fans. It's for football loving fans, association football. So if you like association football, you can come over and talk Chelsea. Come over and talk Arsenal, Real Madrid, anything you want to talk about. You're free to come on and talk. Also, if you have much reaction to just ended game, Chelsea lost to Wolves, come on in and have your drop your 16 cents. Much appreciated. Let's go, guys. CFCOG, bro. Or whoever wants to drop anything on, guys. Anyone can just.
I want to learn. So I want to learn some proper Chelsea minerals here.
Talk the talk, Dan. Say it.
Go on, Dan. Go on, Dan. Say it, bro. Go on.
Right. I've got a question for you guys, okay?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Because this Clare Lake side, right, if they was really serious about our club and we had this question, like, do you think we'll win, whoever it was who asked the question in the chat, said about, do you think Chelsea win the trophies, yeah? Can we actually be real? These jellyfish merchants in our club are not really serious, because if they were really serious and we sacked Thomas Tuchel, they wouldn't bring in the jellyfish Potter in to ruin our club, right? They would probably bring in another good, experienced manager who has the talent of a club where he could get these class players as youngsters to be the mentality to win games. If the jellyfish merchant Todd Bowley looks like Boris Johnson with his hair, and you got Egg Barley, yeah, looks like a rabbit who doesn't know anything about what he's doing. He's clueless FC. What makes you think in 10 years at the club they're going to be with us, going to win any titles? My point of view is I don't think these are good enough owners to get us anywhere in life because they're not serious about the club. Because if they were such serious about the club...
Is he a question or you're making a statement?
I'm making a statement and I'm going to make a question afterwards. I'll tell you the statement quickly.
Let's go. We got some few minutes to drop.
Yeah,
I know OG got a lot to say.
Right, let me finish the statement.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Right?
Go ahead.
Let me land, my brother. You're know what I'm going to say here. So if the Waffle Todd Bowley jellyfish merchants at this club are clueless and they don't be serious, where do we go from here? That's what I want to know. Question on that. Where do we go from there?
That's a big question. That's a very, very big question.
I mean, I've been thinking about what I call the worst case scenario. And the worst case scenario is like you do a whatever, Man United and Arsenal or whatever, even Liverpool to a degree, hopefully not that bad, but like almost like a decade without winning anything, forget just the Premier League, just winning nothing for a decade. And then, then everyone's thinking after that, they're just going to take money out of the club, do the basic investments, try to see if we can make top four. That's the worst case, almost becoming a Tottenham. But I just don't see that happening. I can't believe people this, ambitious and this hungry, they'll keep investing the money in. Sooner or later, hopefully the next one, the manager just sticks to the flipping wall, and then from then we just get our stuff going together, maybe a good 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, as we do. That's long enough for me as a Chelsea man, I'm used to 1 year and a half, 2 year managers. I'll take a good 3-4 years of success. And hopefully we do keep winning silverware and 1 or 2 Premier Leagues in between. And maybe if we're lucky, within that mess, we'll find a guy that can stay here 5, 6, 7, 8 years and just give us constant success. But I just don't see the worst case scenario, which is, that he has to fix up for 10 years. Learning on the job, Todd Bowley has to fix up quick. Otherwise, there'll be no money for him to access in 10 years. I mean, don't be surprised if that ever does happen, where they start taking more than the fair amount. Similar to what the Glazers done. But that's the worst case scenario. That's where I see one or two people heading towards, thinking Bowley is taking us in a spiral of doom until he can finally take out some of the money. I mean, we all, most of the positive news I hear these days is do some kind of big sponsorship. You know, TV show coming soon, documentary, another sponsorship in the background, more advertisings on our other away sponsor kits and the training kits. I want to see the results on the field. Having high revenues, also, you know, it's all nice, but that sounds like Tottenham. That's what Tottenham talk about. We've got revenue, we got a stadium. Yeah, we got nothing in the trophy cabinet. And this is Chelsea, man. I want to win it all again. Once is not enough. You know what I'm saying? I want another FIFA Club World Cup. 4.25 billion to buy the club, 600 million players, not allowed to take money out of the club for 10 years, and they are not serious. Oh dear. Don't even know how to interpret that, but either way, man.
I mean, if you look at how much money they've invested right now, and you say, you know, he's trying to say that business they're not serious. That's a question mark in terms of how they want to see the football club. Todd Boehly is a winner, and we've seen that before. That's why Chelsea fans were very, very happy. And it's an early stage yet. It's very, very early stage yet. We don't have to criticize.
I'm just saying the worst case scenario. You know, that's
let me see this
spending.
Shout out to my big brother here. More from the Blue Lounge.
Give him a sub as well, man. Sub to the Blue Lounge.
Yeah. Absolutely, guys. You're gonna check him out here. If you're on this platform, you don't know much about him. Yeah, another big brother. He is back again. I got a notification from him. He's be streaming nowadays. I mean, almost every day he'll be streaming live. He's done a lot for the Chelsea community. So if you don't know much about Mo, the big guy from the Blue Lounge YouTube channel, another Chelsea supporter, you gotta check him out. 3 dots right there by his name. You can click on it and check him out. I don't have the link right now, but then if I do, yeah, I will have to send it in. But next time I have some stuff that I'm trying to do next time. When I see my brothers in the chat, I will drop their link and then trying to shout them out here. He said that learning on the job, Todd Boehly has to fix up quick. Otherwise, there will be no money for him to assess in 10 years. That's true. That's true. Before you know, the 10 years will be here. We haven't done much. Where do we go from here?
It's just to avoid. It's like the shirt sales stay constant. The revenue stays constant no matter how bad you're doing. Once you've reached a certain platform, you're there for 50 years. Unless you get 50 years of decline. Look at Liverpool, 30 years of decline, and no one said nothing.
But OG, we could be sponsored by Wimpy FC next season. You watch, man. Not McDonald's. Not
FC. Oh my god. Wimpy FC, bruv. Oh my god.
All right. The Animal Time podcast said, where do we go from here? Just avoid relegation. By the way, we have been looking, especially after today. That's coming from our brother here, the Added Time podcast. Thank you, everyone that has been on this platform today. Patrick said, Chelsea done. Love to waffle knee. I know, man. When he start talking, it's especially when he's got a little bit of that whiskey in there. Whiskey, don't try to give him Irish cream, man. If you give him Irish cream, you're not gonna get him to stop talking.
Excellent, bro. Excellent.
I'm a bit Jamaican myself, so I have to have a bumper class Jamaican drink whiskey.
Honestly, bro.
The manager are not to be blamed. The board are forcing off from players onto the manager. I don't know about that. I'm not behind the scenes. I can see what is really going on. If Todd Boehly is really imposing players on the coach to use them, I don't think so, because if that is it, we wouldn't have seen Aubameyang playing today. So that is just bad. I don't think so. This is coming from our brother Tony. Tony, let me get my syrup ready. Which of them? Is it a syrup for pancake? If that's it, then yeah, we brought in vibe instead of experience. Look at that.
Oh, no, blue.
The vibes. We brought in vibes instead of experience. I like that comment from my brother here.
Blue cloud. When I do a show, yeah,
yes, sir.
Because we all banter between ourselves, don't we? DJ Savage.
Yeah, we do.
And with Patrick, we call him the clown suet merchant. Because when he texts, he don't text normal. He texts like clowns, like a circus. And what he does, he juggles the balls up, and he's like, instead of juggling the balls, he's juggling all the suet pancakes, and then he goes flat on his face. That's
Yeah.
what we do. We do banter together. So it's a laugh. We do quite a little bit of laugh
We
on
got
our
Patrick,
side. So it's
man.
not
I
depressing.
know.
Big up to Patrick.
Big up
Big up
to
everyone in the
Patrick,
Oh,
comments.
man.
you
Big up to
know
you.
that blue
And
cloud
big
anyway.
up to
You know
you.
that because you come
I
on my
know,
show.
I
I'm a
know.
big
I've
fan
been
of
on
you
the
and all.
platform many times, man. I know. Big up to Good Lady Smile. It says a big up to the panel and the cat bully and the Egbali hired vibes. Bruno, who managed only one game, had more structure than Lampard. This is awful. Real Madrid will have fun with us. I remember, Bruno was there with Graham Potter for quite a long time, 7 months. So definitely is going to have a little bit of structure. But what did we see? We saw the same pattern, the same substitution, the same man for man substitution. So under Bruno, I wouldn't say he did anything, bro. He did not do much. But let's find some time for Lampard. I'm gonna come to Dami because we already done an hour of streaming, guys. If you haven't put a like on it, do not forget to show your love on the
Yeah,
platform. Stop.
I'm gonna cut anyway, man. I'm about to have
Yeah.
get my calories in.
Yeah. All right. OG,
Big
thank
up
you
to
very
you.
much
Big up to
Big
OG,
for showing
bro.
your love
Big
on
up
the
to you,
Don't
OG.
platform.
be
Big
too
up to
See
you.
you
depressed,
soon.
everyone.
Big up.
I
Stay
can't wait
positive.
for the fasting to be over.
So,
Big up,
yeah.
OG. Stop being under the
Big up.
thumb
Big up,
by
man.
All
you.
right, OG, take care, man.
Take
Big up
care.
OG.
Okay.
Peace out, bro.
All right. Patrick says, "Stop. What's their plan? Do you know their model is to buy young players, sell them for profit? Is that what it is? We want to know. Free waffle up to Chills, guys. The link is right there. You can just come in and spend 1 hour, 1 minute with us, not an hour. Sorry, 1 minute, 2 minutes with us over here and have your say. Dan is Chelsea's white yadi. All right. Egg had Bali. I'm sure that's what Stupid G is not say. George G at the time, and also we have here. Staff said, Patrick, it's been 10 months. Relax. You all got what you wanted. Now it's time for patience. What? Wait and see. Okay, that's coming from staff. Thank you very much, staff. Let me get some more reaction from my sister over here so she can drop off. Then I'll give time for DJ Sav and also Mr. Big Chelsea Dan Minerals who dropped a lot of Irish drink for us. Let me go to Dami. Dami, over to you. Drop some more. I know with time, I know you're way behind. A very, very busy lady also. So yeah, Dami, drop some few reaction in terms of where do we see Chelsea going from here, Dummy?
Honestly, if the players really want to keep the prestige for us, I think they would put in the work against our match at Real Madrid. And if Lampard also wants to like make that history of winning the Champions League as a player and winning the Champions League as a coach, he's really going to sit down and talk to some other coaches. I mean, there is no big game, no contacting within it. You can just have like pep talk and contact Mario and ask him for so right now against Real Madrid, I think we should use the 5-3-2 because Karim is going to be lost. Karim is going to want or is going
We
to
found
want
it difficult.
and Kepa
Dummy, we found it.
really
Dummy, can you hear me? I mute Dummy for a second. Dummy, if you can hear me,
I
we
can.
find it very difficult to understand you. We find it very difficult. If you want to get yourself out and come back in, and then I just give you 1 more minute so we can wrap up, Dummy. Just kick yourself out of the stream and then come back again. Thank you very much, Dummy. I'm gonna go to DJ Sav. DJ Sav, what's the way forward, big brother? What's the way forward? In terms of now, Real Madrid is very close. We don't have that much time. What should we do, DJ?
Well, listen, mate. I think if like Dami was trying to say earlier on, I get what she was trying to say. Look, if we are ambitious to go and win the Champions League with this squad, as I said before, the injured players are now coming back. So, I don't see why we cannot go and do something in that. Yes, I get a lot of people in the comments are saying it's going to be tough not to do it. I always believe in my team. I think we can do it. I think these players are putting themselves up for the Champions League. Okay. But it's going to be tough. I'm not saying, listen, Real Madrid, we know Real Madrid here. They're Champions League winners currently, mate. We know this, right? But I think that if we were to go and get even a draw there on Tuesday, or even a 1-1 or whatever, then bring them back to the bridge and maybe get something out of that. I don't see why.
Gotta say, Patrick, man, you're gonna ruin DJ Saf's internet with your waffle merchant on the chat.
DJ Sav is frozen for a second. So yeah, let me read some few comments also here. Staff said, Patrick, how can that be the plan if they can't take money out? Selling them for what? Yes, they can't take the money out for decade, 10 years. Don't think anyone has got what they wanted this season. Staff have they? That's coming from Tony. Profit staff selling them for profit. I mean, if they sell them, staff question is, if they sell them, they can't get money out of the football club. They can't sell. So what are they selling?
They had Blue Cloud. They have took money out of the Romans' money. They haven't spent their money. They spent Romans' money. That's what they've done, and it is facts, because me and Johnny, people saying we're wrong. My family are charity, and John's got people from back on the knows Chelsea Football Club, and they have actually spent Roman's money instead of spending their own money. So the money what Roman left, they've took all that money out to put onto the players. And the thing is, if they try to get their money, it's like they've lost profit on Raheem Sterling. So he's on 325k. And if we wanted to go sell Raheem Sterling next summer, who would buy him for the 300 and mark the 325k on him? No one. So it's going to be hard on this now, and we have to see what if they're really serious about our club next summer. Bring the elite manager in and let him do what he does for the club, and not have the jellyfish Todd Bowley and all that lot coming in. Because if it's the case, why don't you, Todd Bowley, come being a manager if you want to pick the team? You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Let me go to Dami. Dami's far away from us, so let her drop her final comments, and then I can let Dami go for now. Dami, drop your final 12 cents, and then I'll see if I can give you $1 for it. Can you hear me, Dami? All right. Whilst Dami's trying to get herself ready, let me read some few comments over here. Why do you think that they're all on 7 to 8 year contracts? Okay, that's coming from Mr. Patrick. She got her mic from Chelsea done. Tony said, Staff said this to Tony. He says, you got Potter out. Even with Tuchel, I never expected higher than 6th position. Also, 1.7 billion debt free, coming from Mr. Patrick. Okay, Dan, what are you talking about? The government have the money. Please stop your drivel. Okay.
That's stuff.
Yeah, that's
No, you're wrong, mate. You're totally wrong. I'm not going to argue with this one. If you want to go look the facts right, go to the government website. Roman Abramovich, right? They was going to take the money. He was not allowed to spend nothing at the club, and they weren't allowed to sell any salmons at like T-shirts or anything at the club. Okay, remember that? Yeah. Well, what he's done, he said, instead of the money, put the money into a charity fund and for the players' fund. And that's what he did. The government did not take the money. He sent the money to Stamford Bridge, where he was in a charity, where my auntie owns the kind of money cash things and puts it to Todd Bowley to spend the money. And my auntie's not going to lie to me, because she tells me that they spent the Roman family's money at the Chelsea Football Club, because she's the chief of the inspector of the charity at the Chelsea Football Club. So I must know where they're coming from, and she's told me this, in consultation. I'm not meant to spread it out, but I have. And the money what Roman left was so he could get the players. And I think because for the start off, he wanted the money back, but the government weren't going to give the money back. So he said, you could keep the money and give it to the Chelsea Football Club. And that's how much a proper Roman, our chairman, how much he loved the club, to say he could let them have the money to go spend the players, go spend on the retails, the sponsorships, or other kind of stuff. And that's what and that's what he did, and that's why Todd Bowley took over because of the government, and then they gave Todd Bowley the job, so he could go and spend the money. They haven't spent their own money; they went and spent it on Roman Abramovich's money.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. Chelsea Dan. I know Stav is here, but let me let Dummy. Dummy's been waiting for a while. Dummy, if you got your things set up, just drop a couple more cents on the floor, then I can let you go. Take it over, Dummy. All right, look, we having the communication issues here, and this is coming from Tony. Tony said, Potter got Potter out. I wanted Tuchel to be given a chance. No one got what they wanted. That's coming from Tony. Then I have staff said this to Patrick. He says, debt free for FFP purposes. They didn't get it money from the sale, money held by the football club. And also did yourself to sorry, my laptop battery went down. Please send me the link again. Sure, bro. Oh, dig yourself. The link is right there. I think I pinned it. I'm sure I did that right. If not, I'll just put another one in there right away for you to come on. Dami, if you can hear me, take it over. So I wouldn't hold you for too much. I can let you go. I know how important the data is. Dami, can you hear me? Hello, Dummy. Can you hear me? Dummy, can you hear me? All right. DJ Staff. DJ Staff. The link is right there in the chat, and also we have Staff over here. Staff want to react. Want to react to Chelsea Dan's comment. Staff, welcome to the stream, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Have you realized that I made you a mod on the platform?
No, but don't worry about it. Look, I just can't cope with some of the nonsense that's going on here. Right? They paid 2.5 million. Okay. Right. To buy the club. To buy the club from Roman. Right. The government only okayed the sale, right, because the money has to go to the Ukraine for charities and that, right, and to help with Ukrainian people, right. The money is still in a fund, right, held by the government, which they haven't paid yet, right, and they should have paid it ages ago. It's not held by Bowley. It's not being spent by Bowley, right. That's just ludicrous. Right? It's nonsense. I'm sorry, you don't like the use of the word, but I can't listen to this rubbish anymore. Right? Bowley and Clearlake have not had any of that 2.5 billion. Right? That's held in an account by the charity, right? But it's monitored by the government. And the charity can't do anything with the money until they've satisfied the government that the money's not going to Roman and that it's going to the Ukraine. And it's the government that will hold it up.
Oh, no, Chelsea Dan.
I just want to know where his sources coming from this.
No,
Listen, I don't care about your answer.
You call my aunt.
All right, I muted the two of you. That's why I sit in between. I'm the moderator, and I ask the question. I'm gonna ask him where his sources is coming from, and I don't want any of you to interrupt each other. When he just come on, you said whatever you want to say, Chelsea Dan. I did not interrupt you. I made sure you drop everything.
Sorry, my boy. Sorry.
Please. Let him drop everything so we can ask more questions. We can ask him more questions if we need to. But if you keep interrupting him, it will take him forever. It will take him forever trying to put his point across. So please do not, please.
I will do. Sorry, Bobo.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Go ahead, Stav.
I don't need to give a source. It's common knowledge, right? Everybody knows it. All the media know it, right? The 2.5 went into a charitable trust set up, right, to take the money in and then distribute it to the Ukraine. Right, but they can't distribute it because the government won't give them the right to distribute it because they're still convinced that some of the money's going to go to Roman, right? Nothing to do. Bowley, Clear Lake, all the consortium paid that money into that trust, right, which is controlled. Now, Dan Zante may well be on there, on this trust thing, right? But it doesn't mean that the money's gone to Bowley. How is it going to go to Bowley? The 2.5 billion came from Bowley and Clear Lake, right? And they had to put that money down before they could complete the sale. They were told they had to pay another 1.75 billion, right, towards the stadium, the teams, the women's team, academy, and the first team. Okay? If you do enough research, right, Clear Lake and Bowley have borrowed 800 million, right, operation funds, right? They've borrowed it from somewhere, right? And that's the money they've used to buy the players. They invested 2.5 billion of their own money, right, to buy the club, and you have to invest another 1.75, right? And that's common knowledge. I'm not going to start being accused of calling anybody's auntie a liar or any of that stuff, right? Because it's common knowledge. It's even the media knows it all, right? I'm not going to start indulging in I've been told this by this person and I've been told this by that person, right? Because I don't have proof of the sources, right? If I started doing all that, it's common knowledge. The 2.5 billion went into the trust to be distributed throughout the Ukraine, right? Roman wanted some of it to go to the families of Russian soldiers, right? And that was a bone of contention. But it's in a charitable trust to be distributed to the Ukraine. The government are the ones who are holding up the distribution because they want to be 110% certain none of it's going to Roman. They were then having to invest 1.75 billion, as I said, on players, stadium, and it's going to cost more than that just for the stadium. Okay, they went and borrowed 800 million. It's been in the media that they borrowed 800 million operation costs, right?
Yeah.
And obviously that's going to be paid back eventually via the club and its investments and things like that, right? And as for Patrick, right, just they signed them on 7 and 8 year contracts to get around FFP. Let's not pretend anything else, right? That's why they did that, okay? And if they can't take any money out for 10 years, what difference does it make if they're on 7 or 8 year contracts? Because when the 7 or 8 year contracts are finished, right, they still can't take the money out for another 2 years. So I'm sorry, the people just making too much speculative BS, right? I never wanted Bowley and Clear Lake, right? I didn't want them. I didn't want American owners, right? But I'm not going to start casting aspersions like things are picking the team. They're spending Roman's money, all this stuff, right? And you're doing it, right, in a public place, okay? And you're making accusations, right, and slandering, right, in a public place, because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing when you bring things up like that. And what else you're doing?
Wrap it up.
Is you're
Wrap it up.
hang on, Nate. No, listen, Nate.
Stop. Wrap
1
it up.
minute.
Wrap it up.
I will
So we
wrap
can
it
have
up, Nate.
Yeah,
I will wrap it up, Nate. And if anyone reports it,
no, hold on. He's almost done. Chester down. He's almost done.
Can I just say one thing, stuff?
No, let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him finish. But everything what he's saying is totally wrong. Well, you calling my auntie a liar?
That's what I'm saying. You can prove him wrong when he's done. Please let him speak.
Yeah, well, I am my boy.
All right, good. Go ahead, stop. Wrap it up, please.
If anybody reports to YouTube, right, that this stuff is being put out on your channel, they can close your channel, right? A channel different channel, DJ Sab's been on it, right? You all know that I was close to the person who runs that channel because I was in at the beginning, right? And I talked him into going live, right? He was warned about it, right? About making things, accusations like this, okay? Right? So you need to be careful what you're saying on this channel because it takes one person to report it, right? And then if the club find out, you're in trouble with the club as well, right? I don't care, right? I could turn around and say so-and-so told me this or so-and-so told me that. It doesn't mean it's gospel, right? The money is being kept by a charitable fund to go to the Ukraine. The government haven't cleared it to go to the Ukraine for the reasons I've given. Now, I could be like Dan or anyone else, right, and start throwing these, I've been told this, I've been told that. Dan, a few months ago, right, you said Gerrard was sacked on the Sunday and he took 2 more games before he was sacked. And you said one of your mates told you that, right? You have to be careful what you're saying, mate.
But did he get sacked afterwards, though?
You said he'd already been sacked on the Sunday. You said he'd been sacked.
I said he's got 2 more games and he's going to get sacked after the 2 more games.
No, you never.
See, this is what the problem.
No,
You
you
don't
never.
listen. You don't listen. You don't
I do listen. You're the one who doesn't listen.
Two games. I said 2 games you'll get sacked. And did he not get sacked?
No, you didn't. No,
All
you
right,
didn't.
thank you,
said he'd been,
thank you,
you said he'd
thank
been
you very
sacked.
much, staff. Thank you very much,
Blue
staff.
Club, Blue Club. He did get sacked. But
Yeah, I'm coming to you,
Dan,
I'm coming to you, Chester. Dan, I'm coming to you.
Dan, you're a fantasist, right? You're a fantasist.
Right,
I'm a fantasist, yeah. But
yeah,
the thing what you said, Joe, is totally nonsense. Sorry, I don't like you. Don't like that word, but you're wrong.
Come on.
My auntie works for the Chelsea club. I'll get free tickets to go every game if I want to, yeah. So you're calling my auntie a liar, where she's an investment and she knows all about the investment.
I'm calling you a fantasist, mate.
The government, yes, they did put some money towards the Ukraine, but not as much as what their Roman left.
They haven't put anything to the Ukraine.
Stop. I'll let you land. I'll let you land, Stav. I'll let you land, Stav. Now it's my turn. This is what I mean. He doesn't like the truth, yeah? Because the thing with Roman, right? He left, like even Patrick will tell you, he's managing. He's right. He's talking fat. The board with Roman Abramovich, yeah, it was allowed in England for 2 years. And this staff saying he was at the Chelsea game and he wasn't allowed to get a visa passport to come in England because everything with the Putin stuff, and I'm not going to go there with that, yeah. There's those are things that I know why Roman Abramovich wasn't allowed at Chelsea Football Club, because there's certain reasons with Putin, right? But the thing with Blue Club, right, after when he got sanctioned, yeah, wasn't allowed in the thing that when they sacked him off and sacked him Chelsea Football Club, the government had 3 other owners, yeah, they had. You remember, we were talking about this, weren't we, DJ? Remember, the Australian woman was going to take over, and we didn't want her because of something of the reality of her ability, because there was something to do racism in her behalf of her. Then went the Ricketts family, right? We didn't want them because there's something happened with they just don't do that. So they're bringing. So the government themselves chose not to get them to bring in Todd Bowley. So Todd Bowley, had a meeting with the board, with the government, and after that, 2 minutes down the line, the government said to Roman, he had a word with Roman on the phone, the government, saying, "What do you want to do with the money?" The money came out and said he doesn't want that money. He doesn't want the money, but give it to
I like you're going very, very details in terms of how the communication was going on.
I know, but I'm not going to say.
Are you really sure in terms of how they communicated? Was he on the phone?
Yes,
and everything?
I do. Because the thing is, yeah, like that's why Johnny Mimmels does, because he knows a lot of things. But what I'm going to say, I'm not going to say too much on the matter, right? I'm not going to say too much on the matter. But I know the truth. I know what's happened at the show. And I speak to DJ over the phone about all this stuff. Because everything I come out with, Sav, is true. No bollocks what your excuse making what you're saying, yes. The Roman did leave the government half left money with the Ukraine. But the money was 2.5 billion that left to the Chelsea Football Club to get the investments of the Chelsea, the brand, to get the players. Todd Bowley did not touch one money out of his account of the Clairlates to buy the players. He spent that money on the what Roman left at Chelsea Football Club, right? And also, this NHS stuff you're saying, They're not even allowed to touch that kind of at the money, because my auntie is the chairman of the charity, who's the higher up, who sorts out all them NHS stuff. They're not even allowed once to spend that money and they didn't even touch that money to spend on the players, because they're not even allowed to touch that kind of stuff with money. So wherever you getting these infos from, or knowledge, you're totally wrong, mate. You're totally wrong. And I'm not going to go into more details about it, because I've already spoken to DJ South on the phone and explained to what actually happened.
All right,
and even
thank
Johnny
you.
Moonwell started. And
Thank
I'm not
you
going to
very
say
much.
no more.
Thank you very much, Chelsea Dan. I really appreciate this spending the time with us over here. DJ Sab, what do you make of this argument going on here? One coming from our big brother here, Stav, and also another one coming from Chelsea Dan. What do you make if you put all these arguments together? Where does it lead us?
You put me in the spot here, because I don't want to watch you. I'm in two with it. I mean, from what I understand about the money, it was put in a when Roman obviously gave them, it was put away, you know, to go towards Ukraine and to help out. That, from what I know, and he was obviously, he cleared our debt out as well. I know all that. I don't know two of the ins and the outs of it. I've heard what Dan's had to say to me, because I spoke to him about it.
DJ, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Right.
Yeah, go on.
Correct me if I'm wrong, right? There was no actual money left by Roman. All he did was clear the debt, right? He didn't call the debt in, right? The 1.8 billion was the money that the club owed him, because when he was buying players, when he bought the club, everything he spent on Cobham and everywhere, right? Yeah, he did it as a loan through his major company, right? And he wrote that off. That was not actual cash given to Chelsea. It was written off. It was a debt, right? It's like a bank writing off money you owe them, right? It doesn't mean you get that 1.8 billion, right? It's a debt, right, which was owed to him, and he cleared it. Because if he didn't clear it, we would have been in trouble with FFP, right? So he cleared the debt. Yes, Roman loved the club. No, I'm not doubting Roman, right? And that was a debt. It wasn't actual cash. He didn't give 1.8 billion to the club to spend on anything. He cleared the debt, right? He wrote it off, right? You'll understand.
Yeah, he cleared the
right?
You mean the 1.5 billion? Well, the 1.5 billion, isn't it? It was a 1.5 billion, wasn't it? He cleared out, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1.5, 1.5
billion.
Like that.
Yeah, he
it was written off.
He cleared it. He cleared it off. Yeah,
he cleared that debt off, but also left half of the other side of the money. There was other money between it. I don't know where you got the money. Honest to truth, mate. Go look it up, mate. Go look it up.
The money went into a The money went into a charitable trust, right? Now, your auntie may well be managing that charitable trust or whatever, with other people, right? But that money's there waiting to go to the Ukraine, the 2.5. The 1.5, 1.6 was written off. I already said earlier on that they borrowed 800 million for operation costs, right, to pay debts like the tax bill that Roman left. Roman left the tax bill. Right, Roman left some of the tax bill.
Brown envelopes on a journalist, right? You listen to journalists where they come out and spread a lot of crap.
You're talking about journalists.
I'm telling you now, stuff, right?
I'll give up.
Won't lie. My auntie won't lie. She does the
I'll give up.
Right?
You win.
All right.
You're right.
Everyone trusts themselves. My auntie said this, and also journalist said that. That's what is going on at this moment.
That's the only thing. The journalist is always wrong. They're always wrong.
What journalist? Dan,
how can they be always wrong, Dan?
I don't read the British papers. Don't trust any journalist. I'm in Cyprus, mate. I don't bother with the British media, right? That's an actual fact. Tell you what, if you want to know something, right? My mate works at the Inland Revenue, right, up in Middlesbrough, which handles the tax bills for people in London, right? They moved from near White City and they moved the offices up to Middlesbrough, right? And I could tell you, right, the taxes and the salaries of all the players, but it's not my place to do that on something like here, right? And I know that he wrote the debt off, and the 2.5 billion is sat in a charitable trust waiting for the government to clear it because they want to make sure Roman's not going to get any of it, right? And then it'll go to the Ukraine. They borrowed 800 million for operation costs, right, from some American bank. They can afford it because they're worth 30 billion between them, right? Clear Lake and everybody else, right? So they can afford to borrow it, right? They can't make any money out of the club for 10 years, right? So why are they going to make these contracts for that? It's for FFP, right? And Roman cleared the debt because the government weren't going to allow the sale, right, of the club whilst there was a debt on it, right? And UEFA were going to investigate unless the debt was cleared. Okay, let's not over hype anything. The money sat there in the charitable trust waiting to go to Ukraine. Dan, you can think whatever you want. People in the chat can think whatever they want, right? I'm telling you the way business works. And the business worked that the club, right, Chelsea PLC, owed Roman 1.5.
They do a pedigree. They could do a thing called investment on pedigree of all the American rich billionaires, right, stuff, right? They do a thing called pedigree investment, right? It's they're accounting systems. What they do a land base on money. Like they'll go buy like a land, right? And like a house, and where you see there's a lot of these mortgage houses, what it's been for, yeah, they go into these mortgages and put higher rents.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Let's
wrap
it up.
Quick, that's what I'm saying. But you're coming out here, you might be right in a couple of things raised, but there's a thing, right? Yeah, they're not allowed to touch the NHS pedigree Chelsea boards on no matter what. Their Todd Bowley and the Clare Lakes could not touch that, and they did not touch that money to spend it on the players. Roman actually, when Chelsea was in debt, he paid that debt off because he didn't want to be Chelsea to be in debt for the incoming years. So he paid that money to pay the debt off, right? But after that, he left the 2.5 billion into a charity, where it's in the Chelsea Football Club, where Todd Bowley was not meant to be touching it, right? Was not allowed to be touching it, but he did. He went and took the money out of that account to buy the players and also to spend the sponsorship. And then at the time, Roma Abramovich was going to build a new stadium at Stamford Bridge. So half of that money, what is at Stamford Bridge, they're investing that money to build a new football ground now. Because they decided not to build a Stamford Bridge. They're looking to go into Ealing Court to build a new stadium.
Ealing Court,
yeah. So that money, what they've got in that charity, my auntie tells me everything what goes on, right? And I'm not really bringing this up, but I'll get fed up with it because I'm not. This is a ridiculous what Todd Bowley's doing in our club. They're shambles, right? And they're ruining our club. And Todd Bowley has not got much money than Ed Barley. Ed Barley, owns 66.7% of the club. Todd Bowley owns 25% of the club, right? The Clare Lakes and Ed Barley own more money than Todd Bowley. Once this partnership at the Chelsea Football Club from the season, Todd Bowley came out to Ed Barley when he went to the stadium and had a chat, and they both share to between us because Clare Lakes is the most successful MP, and they own all kind of. They're the kings of different countries. They own like 6 or 7 countries with big money, and since that year they came and owned Newcastle Football Club and shared by Chelsea.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'll
see you
the
done.
thing is that this money investment is at Chelsea with the charity, what they're spending. He ain't spending no penny at the club. He will do in the summer coming. He wants to get a club, big staff, like a new stadium to build at at Chelsea Football, so we get more owners, and they also want to bring the cheerleaders in, so it could be American football, like different clubs going. Blue Cloud.
All right. So thank you very much, Chelsea. That I really appreciate you. I mean, that if we're gonna continue this discussion, it's gonna go on and on and on. It's not gonna stop right now. So whilst I have some few comments here, but I'll get to the comments real quick. Whilst we have stuff, we have Real Madrid next. It hasn't been a good performance. Today's game hasn't been good. What's your take on the game? Give me just 1 minute, please. Also Snoopy G, the link is right there. Click on it. Come over here. I know you said you have an American Canadian accent. It don't matter. We all got accents.
Big up. Come on,
We all
come on, mate. Come
we
on.
all not coming from the same country. So yeah, definitely we're gonna have different accents. If you're coming from the French motherland, you definitely gonna have a different accent. So Emma James, a big up to you,
Big up,
Emma
Emma.
James. Always lovely to see more lovely women also get involved in the association football. This platform is open and we got 4 strong women on this platform. We have Paige, we have Dami, we have I Want to Love You. Then we have I think another lady. So yes, if you're one of them, you're always welcome. You can jump on the platform once we put a link down there, and also have a say. It's a calling section for all the fans today. So come on, Snoopy G, come on, and also Emma James, I'm sure that's the name, Emma James. Also, you can jump on and then have a say. So Stab, what's here? Performance hasn't been that good. What's your take on the sack of Graham Potter and also the performance today, and also what's how Chelsea can win tomorrow's game?
I haven't got any comment on the sacking of Potter. I think I made myself pretty clear. Can I just respond to that comment you've got on there? Is it by Metal something or other? Can't really read it.
No, can you finish the one that I asked you first? Then you have any right to answer this for me. Please make it snappy,
I said I've got no comment about Potter.
All right. I asked you 3 main questions. One was Potter's sack. You say you have no comment. Okay.
As for today, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see nothing different. What I saw was, right, it was Lampard making like for like substitutions, taking wingers off and putting wingers on, right? Taking Cucurella off, who was at fault for the goal because he should have been over on that left-hand side, right? And then he put Chilwell on. So I'm not seeing nothing different, right? But I'm going to wait because he only had 2 or 3 days, right? So after Real Madrid and a couple of league games, ask me again, right? I'm not gonna say anything about Lampard, and people want the feel good factor, so I'm gonna leave Lampard alone, right? Yeah, right. I was happy with the fact he went back 4. Okay, you know I don't like a back 3. Okay, and if Cucurella had done his job, we would have got a point out of that game, right? What was the other question? You said 3 things.
How can we be able to get over the line against Real Madrid coming soon?
We can't. In my opinion, we can't. The tie will be over by Wednesday.
Good, right, I've got to go, guys. Thank you for letting me on, and please smash the like button. Big up, Bob.
Big up, Dan. Big up, bruv. Big up to you, bro.
Thank you very much. Yeah, go ahead, Stav.
What's the comment there? Stav, go find Potter, whatever, and hug him.
And hug him, yeah.
Listen, right? I'm entitled to my opinion on Potter. Doesn't mean I want to hug him or any of that. And it doesn't mean anybody in the chat, right, can give me earache or BS about it, right? Because all I keep hearing is when they say something, it's my opinion. Right? I haven't badmouthed anybody. I didn't swear, right, in the chat or anywhere. Okay, I haven't called Bowley this or Bowley that. And I already stated I didn't want Bowley, right? So the other thing is, the one I want to answer that was the comment on the screen, by Metal Face, whatever it was, that Roman said he would clear the debt if they spent 1.775 right on the stadium and that. No, let's get something straight. The debt was cleared to allow the sale, right, and to circumvent, right, the FFP rules, because FFP would have started, UEFA would have started investigating why that money was owed to Roman. So he cleared the debt, right? And then they had to pay 2.5 million for the club and 1.75 million they had to invest themselves, not the debt that was cleared. There was no actual money, right? It was a debt, right? If you owe the bank half a
Stop.
million
Stop.
pounds,
Let's move on from the money. Let's move on from the money because we're not going to end
yeah,
if it's we're about to.
yeah, but I'm telling you, people have got this misconception about Bowley. I didn't want him, but I'm willing to give him time. And I know Bowley is actually only has 10%, not even 25. It's 10%, right? Clear Lake have 65, right? Then there's that Vice, and there's two, three other ones as well. There's a woman involved. Somebody, the Lawrence guy's got a shares, right? It's not just Clear Lake and Bowley. Bowley only has 10%, right? He doesn't work for Clear Lake, right? He's a consortium member. They chose him as chairman because he was willing to put the time in and come across and work at the club and work with the people at the club, right? Because somebody had to do it. And Clear Lake obviously don't want to spend that time. So they all agreed, right? Vice is like 80 something. You're not going to let it go to him, right? And Vice hated Roman anyway, right? But the 1 point whatever debt wasn't cash. And and it wasn't cash. It was a debt owed to Roman, and he cleared it. So once that was cleared, the government agreed the deal, right? And the deal was, right, as agreed through the bank, Rain, right, 2.5 to buy the club, right? And the government said it has to go into the charitable trust and the money has to go to the Ukraine. And Roman said he wanted the money to go to the Ukraine and Russian soldiers, families, right, of soldiers that got killed in the fight, right? You have to remember Roman's half Ukrainian, half Russian. So he was trying to look after both sides, but the government insisted it has to go to Ukraine, right? The money's still there because they have to be convinced Roman's not getting any of it, okay? Right? And then they had to invest a further 1.75 in the women's team, the academy, the stadium, like minimum. That doesn't mean that they can't spend more if they want to spend more, right? That was the minimum. It was allowable by Roman, right? And that's separate money that they've had to come up with. And they borrowed 800 million for operating costs.
Stop.
Right?
There's a question
That's
down here
facts.
for you from our sister Emma over here. Emma James said out the person with the Potter picture. Are you advocating for Potter return?
Oh, look, no, I'm not advocating Potter return. He's gone. End of. Listen, my favourite coach ever was Jose Mourinho, right? And I accepted him getting sacked twice and moved on, right? He's gone. I've moved on. I just haven't changed the picture for going on YouTube, right? Because I haven't been on any of the YouTube channel, right? And that picture will be different next time I come on, okay? No, I'm not advocating go back, right? None of that. And I didn't want Lampard the first time, and I didn't want him now either. Because all that's going to happen now is Lampard's going to come in, spend time learning about the players, right? Then he's going to go, and we have to start from stage one again. Because the new guy who comes in, he's going to be the one who decides who to sell and who to keep, right? So we're just going to, it's just the whole thing's a mess, right? If you didn't want Potter, that's fine, right? But he should have been allowed to finish the season, right? So that he can pass on information to the new guy, like he is now, right? Remember that Potter's agreed to cooperate, hasn't he?
Did yourself have a little share?
No,
before I go on, let me say this. Let me have react to this comment a little bit. Emma James, thank you very much for your wonderful comment. He said, "Hello, Mr. Need. Do you have a better logo? I wouldn't have known it was a Chelsea fan channel." Let me explain this a little bit for you. Emma, this channel is not, I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm a reporter. I'm a sports reporter, and then also other stuff that I do. So logo that you see represents a company, not just a YouTube channel. But logo has been changed. Matter of fact, it has been changed. It's just like when you look at ESPN, you have the ESPN American Football, ESPN FC, which is soccer, and then the ESPN golf and the other stuff. So the logo that we have on our platform stands for a company, not just a Chelsea. This platform, I'm a Chelsea supporter, but it's not just a Chelsea fan channel. It is for people that love football. So it is open for all Manchester United fans, Arsenal fans, those that want to come on, have their say. If you have anything that is bothering you in your football club, you think you can come over here, we'll give you the voice to air it out, and we have our opinion. The platform have different panelists coming from different football club. You have a Liverpool fan here on this platform, Manchester United fan, Chelsea fans also. But fortunately for me, I'm a Chelsea supporter and I host the show. So that is why the logo is like that. I don't want to go and then create something that looks like a Chelsea logo just like others have done. So that is why the logo looked that way. So that is to clear that out for you. So DJ Sav, go ahead. Say, let me give some time for DJ Sav and then let's wrap it up, Sav.
What? Listen, I'm sorry I cut on you earlier on because of my battery. But in terms of what I was saying about the game on Wednesday, listen, I know everyone's got their opinions. Stav's just made his thinking we're finished. Listen, I always try to go into every game being confident and thinking we're going to try and do something. As I said, I think it's going to be a tough game. I said it's going to be a tough game. It's not going to be easy, but it's the Champions League, and I just feel the squad that we have at the moment, the squad of the players that we've got in, the ilk of players that we've brought in is probably more up for the Champions League than they are currently for the Premiership. And I think that is why I think we can still do something on Wednesday. Probably we're not going to get bad. Yeah, we'll probably end up losing this over the two ties. But I'm not going to. I'm hoping that we can get something out of the game Wednesday. That's just me being hoping. But knowing Chelsea, being Chelsea as we are, we look at the squad in 2012. We look at it in 2021. No one's predicted we were going to go and win it, but we did. And so that's why I'm looking at it that kind of way. I'm trying to be positive in that kind of like way. I know everyone else has got their opinions and they're saying we're done, we're finished, we're over, we're out. Fair enough. That's everyone's opinions. They're entitled to it. But I'm always giving some hope that my team can still do well on Wednesday, and I hope we can do. So let's see what happens. And I think that was it. I think I've already given I don't want to go into the Potter debate with Stav. I think he's got his opinions on Potter. I've got my opinions on Potter. Okay.
Yeah.
I never disliked the guy. I just want to get one thing straight to you, Stav. Whenever I've said my comments about Graham Potter, it's not because I didn't like the guy, never rated him as a manager. I just didn't think he was the right guy to come in after Thomas Tuchel. I think there could have been another candidate out there that we could have gone and got, not him. That's my only stake on it. That's all I'm going to say on that. Because if you think about the situation, you mentioned Jose Mourinho just then, Stav, right? Okay. We were all gutted when Avram Grant took over him in 2005. We thought, what the hell, they're bringing Avram Grant in? And no one wanted this guy, right? So I think with people now saying about Potter, in the same situation, people are entitled to their opinion saying they didn't want Potter. It's the same kind of like situation. I don't think he was good enough to run Chelsea. Not now. Maybe down the line, maybe 3 or 4, 5 years down the line, once he gets his experience to learn how to manage a big club, right? And maybe he comes back to Chelsea maybe and do something. But I just thought he was the wrong decision in the first place, the wrong appointment. And as I said, there's no dislike on him. He's a good manager, but just not for Chelsea. That's just my honest take on it. So I just want to make that straight with you, Steph.
Thank you very much. Stop over here. We have Tony. Tony says, "Staff, I'm sure the majority of supporters were not against Potter. He made bad in-game substitution, in my opinion, but I wasn't against him. We just wanted to see an idea of Potter's style of football, which a lot of people did not see it. We just didn't see it. I'm sure he will do well somewhere else, but." Here and now it wasn't working. And also we have one coming from Abdi Chelsea. I got what he's saying, but this doesn't tie in with our current form. Can we get back on tax? That's coming from Abdi Chelsea and Stupid G. We are modded, me. A question coming from a Monster. Big up to you. What happened with Chelsea? Yes, we went down. We lost against Wolves. The debt. They wouldn't have to pay. Okay, they would have to pay. Okay, they would have to pay. Coming from a metal face doom. I think land vitamins say absolutely it is. Okay, elsewhere. Okay, you swear at me before. That is Snoopy G. He's directing this to staff. Then Emma said the person with the Potter. Okay, I've said that. I've read that one. I can't come on. I have some of the people on your show around Stamford Bridge. I've seen some of the people on the show around Stamford Bridge coming from Emma. So thank you everyone. And also King of Anmon said clearly Capital is part of the NWO. Don't worry about Chelsea. Okay. Okay, I think I've gone through lots of the comments today. Stuff, you want to drop some more, and then we wrap it up for us, Stuff.
Yeah, I've never
Just wrap it
sworn
up.
at anybody. I've never sworn at anybody. I've never used swear words at anybody. Right? I may have made certain comments which they might find offensive, and that maybe I called them stupid or something like that, right? Or said the
Garbage.
word
You're
nonsense
garbage. Yeah.
and
To
all
be
like that.
to be honest with you, I
I
will
never
I will
swore.
I will defend you on that. Sword words you've never
I
used them. I
never
think.
swore
Yeah.
at anybody, right?
Yeah.
The DJ was still around. I never said we're going to get battered, right? I just don't think we're going to get through. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to look at Lampard. He's only ever done 2 knockout games, and they were against Bayern Munich, and we did get battered 7-1, I think, if I remember rightly, on aggregate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right. That's right. That was right.
I just think that having got that far, right, Potter should have been allowed to have the 2 Real Madrid games, and if you're going to get rid of him, do it after that. If he gets knocked out, right? I just think he has a bit more experience of his squad, right, going into those games. And like DJ said, the squad's set up better for Champions League. But Lampard doesn't know that, does he? Right?
No.
With regards to what Metal Face, whatever he said his name is, the guy who lives near Northolt. Yeah, it's the guy who lives near Northolt. He said he saw Benzema down Northolt, I think. Right? I used to live in Northolt as well. Right? The debt was cleared. Nobody got that money, right? It had nothing to do with what Roman wanted. What Roman wanted, he did the Glazer rules, which the 10 years not taking money out, all that stuff. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. Yeah. And he made it an obligation to pay 1.75 billion more, invested into the team, the academy, the women and the men's team, and some money towards the stadium. Obviously, they'll have to find the rest of the money themselves, right? The two are totally different. One's 1.5 billion, the debt, and they have to invest 1.75, right? Yes, the money that Dan's talking about, right, that maybe Bowley took, yeah, just to clarify what Dan said, when you do a massive transaction, buying the club and selling the club, like the one that they did, right?
Yeah.
There is always a tax bill left over from the previous owner. Okay? So the tax bill that was owed by Roman was, I think, 200 million, right? And yes, Bowley kept that back, right? Which is his legal right. That's to clear Roman's tax bill, because Roman has been kicked out of the country and sanctioned, so he can't pay the tax bill, can he? So then the government and the Inland Revenue would have been coming after Clear Lake and Bowley to pay that money. So it's a common practice that when you buy a club, anything, club, company, whatever, right, you are allowed to keep so much back to clear the previous person's tax bill, if that previous person is not in the country. And that's the only money Bowley kept. It's got nothing to do with spending on players, on stadium and all this, right? It was a couple of 100 million, which was a tax bill for Roman, right? And that's his legal right. That's the consortium's legal right to do that. And the same thing happens if I bought a company off DJ, right, and DJ goes off to Portugal and they can't get him for it, right, then they come after me, right? So I have a right to withhold some of the money, right, to pay DJ's tax bill. And that's totally legitimate.
All right, stop. Let's wrap it up, okay?
But Dan's over exaggerating everything. That's okay. All that's happened is
everybody have a link and all that kind of stuff. It's never going to go nowhere. He has a link. He feel like his links are very, very authentic. Yeah. Go ahead, DJ.
I was just gonna say, Stav, whatever you think, but Dan, listen, Dan he's full in the know in terms of what he says about the club and what he knows, because as I say, he does say he's got people at the football club that he knows that are there, and he knows. I know he can sometimes be a bit. What do you call it? Sometimes he can get a bit upset. It's only because he feels sometimes when people say things and he doesn't, and he's speaking out things, people just come at him and say he's not telling the truth, or he's not saying. He won't go and make up things. Let's put it that way. He's one of them kind of guys. He wouldn't make up.
I never said he's not telling the truth.
No, you're not saying that. No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what he's done. No, you didn't say that, bro.
He said I was calling. DJ. He said that I was calling his auntie a liar. I never called his auntie a liar. What I said was.
No, he didn't say that. It's because he didn't.
You're trying to say my auntie. Yeah, you're trying to say my auntie.
What he's saying. Yeah, you didn't say that.
After that, he was incorrect, and he's misconstrued what his aunties told him. And I've just told you now the money that they kept back and why they kept it, and it's perfectly legit and legal when you buy a massive company to do so. And Bowley didn't keep making a secret. Bowley actually said it.
Yeah.
Actually said it.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been a long, almost, I think, 4 more minutes to end the stream. So we got 4 minutes. Let's make it 2 hours. Let's make it 2 hours. Got 4 minutes. Yeah.
Real Madrid are winning 1-0.
Do what, Stav?
Real Madrid are winning 1-0.
Oh, they're winning 1-0?
I said Real Madrid are winning 1-0.
Who they playing?
Yeah.
Valencia, I think. Oh, Villarreal.
Manchester City won their game as well, didn't they? They won 4-1, didn't they, Man City?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, 4-1. We can't even score a goal.
I predicted that score. Yeah, listen, what I'll say on that today, I think the only thing I'll say about today's game, in terms of that, for me, look, we saw Aubameyang. I think he came off the bench and he missed this. From what I understand, he missed a good chance today. From what I understand, so I don't know. Listen, you expect that because he's not been starting games. I mean, Datro Fofana is another one. I'm so glad he's been recalled now from the under-21s because I don't understand why he was in the first place pushed to that side, especially when we need a striker.
To get game time.
Yeah.
To get game time, mate.
I know that. No, we don't have a striker. But we need a striker
as well.
No, stop. This is what he's trying to say. We don't have a striker. Hold on, stop. We don't have a striker. We're striking scoring goals, and you're not favored. You're not using Aubameyang. So what's the sense sending Datro Fofana all the way down there if he can come and play every game 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, trying to integrate him to this this team if that is the main purpose of you coming in as a development coach.
Get results. You're expected to get results whilst you're trying to integrate them, right? So him, Paul, Hutchinson, Slanine, and a couple of others went to the under-21s. I told you, if you remember rightly, right? I told you that I think, right, Madueke, Datro Fofana, right, even Mudryk for a couple of games, right, and Chukwuemeka and that should all go and play for the under-21s to build an understanding together, right, and start understanding what the strengths and weaknesses are of each other, right? And that used to happen. DJ, you've been going since the 80s, haven't you?
Yeah,
right?
I've been, yeah. I've been, yeah.
That used to happen all the time, right?
Yeah.
He used to play with his then called the reserve team, right?
Yes.
And then you had players coming back from injury. They went and played in that to get match fitness, right? So I haven't seen anything from Datro Fofana, right, or Madueke, right, that tells me they're going to change a game when they have played in the first team. All right, they've only played 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, or whatever, right? But I haven't seen anything that says they're going to influence the result of the game. Right, I don't know. I've only been watching football.
You wouldn't see it until they get more game time. You wouldn't see it until more.
Yeah, and that's why they're in the under-21s. Do you know that a lot of it?
I was just going to basically say, Stav, in terms of what we're trying to do, we see it every week, mate. Yeah, you know it as well as I do. Kai Havertz gets so much pelleting from the crowd because he's not doing what he should be doing and scoring goals. People sometimes forget this guy's not a natural number 9, and I think that they look at him as a natural number 9, which he's not. Everyone knows he's a false 9. He's a false 9.
I don't.
He's a false 9. No, you don't. But you've heard that. I don't know if you get a chance to look at Twitter, Stab. I know, I'm sure you do. The amount of crap
Yeah,
this
I've
guy
seen it all.
gets,
I've seen it all.
the amount of
I've seen
rubbish
it all.
this guy gets from the fans is unbelievable, and a lot of them
The guy
want him out of the
still-
football club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still
Okay,
only 23.
Yeah, and people don't
He's still
realise
only
that.
23.
Okay,
Kai
but what I'm
Havertz,
saying is
23.
23, yeah, he's only 23, and people don't realise this, and I think what would help him is I think he personally needs a rest. For me personally, because he's been playing so many games. I think this is why I think the whole idea why Aubameyang and Datro were introduced to this squad was so they could actually come in and get Havertz to get and sit for a little while out and let these guys come and play. But that's not the case, is it? It's not the case, is it?
Listen, we know, right? There's an issue with Aubameyang, right?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, of course, I know that. But
and you know that him and Zachariah, right, went and liked the tweet about
when Graham was sacked, when he was sacked. Yeah.
Right? Well, that should tell you something, then, shouldn't it? Right? That they're not perfect either. The minute they like that tweet, right? This is just me.
I agree.
I get that. I would have cancelled Aubameyang's contract. I don't care if we haven't got a striker. I'd bring one of the kids out from the youth team, right, to play to join the squad instead of Aubameyang. I'd have cancelled this contract and I'd have sent Zachariah back to Juventus.
Datro.
Yeah. No, not Datro. No, not Datro Fofana. I said Zachariah.
No. You're saying about bringing a striker. No, you're saying bringing a striker to come in and cancel Aubameyang.
Oh yeah, you can bring him in if you want, right? But you have to remember Datro Fofana, Mudryk and Mudeki, right, only started playing football again during the middle of January, right? They were like 3-4 weeks behind everyone else, right? Because their leagues have closed down.
Yeah.
Right. The Dutch league only opened the second week, right, of January.
Mudryk didn't even kick the ball. Mudryk couldn't.
Yeah. So they were sent to the under-21s to get game time and sharpness, right? And Mudryk's the same thing, right? Mudryk had a blinder, didn't he, at Liverpool? Right, and everybody got carried away, got excited, right? But it was up against Milner. You have to put it into context. He was up against Milner.
We've done over 2 hours, 2 minutes. So yeah, we've done.
You only allowed 2 hours then?
Huh?
Are you only allowed 2 hours?
No.
He's got family, bro. Family
are here. Family are here. I've been streaming. I did the watch along.
Then after that,
yeah, I did.
It's
my back is, you know my problem with my back already.
Yeah. Take Sunday off then.
I did the watch along in my back. I could feel the pain now. I'm trying to relax.
Oh, no, your back, bro. No, go and chill out for your back, bro.
Quick comment.
Go and sort that.
Right, one quick comment. I want to comment to the Tiger Tony.
Yeah,
he said something. I read it right. Yeah, that one. He said nobody, that the majority of fans didn't want Potter out and stuff like that. Right? They did. They booed him more than once. The whole stadium, right? They've got petitions to get rid of him, right? So they did. Right? I'm not defending him because I like him or I don't. Those are the facts. They did. They got a petition up to get rid of him, right? And there's other channels, right, who've been snidey about him all along, right? Not this one, right? Not another one that I used to be on, right? There's been people on them channels, but you, Nee, and the host of the other one have been okay-ish, right? Not too controversial, right? But other channels, they were going for Potter by the throat, right? Like I said, I'm going to let you go because your back's hurting. But the difference is, I understand, right? The injuries, the internationals, all that stuff, that he never really had time to learn about his squad properly himself, right? And now you're going to see the same from Lampard because he's only going to learn, he only knows certain players, right? When you come in and then they're off to play internationals, right? We went 9 games unbeaten, right? And then the injuries kicked in, right? You have to remember, November the 12th, I think it was, right? Until 27, 28th, whatever it was, December, 5-6 weeks, he had 4 players available, plus Broja. He had 8 injuries and 12 away in the World Cup. That's 5-6 weeks dead, right? Which he could have been working with his players. And that's what I took into account. And then the 2 weeks in October as well, right? So, sorry, and you have to, there's people acting like the injuries never happened, right? And yet last season, all I ever remember hearing was, oh, but Tuchel would have done better if Reece James and Chilwell and Kante weren't injured. That's three. This season, 20 of our, before the new signings, 20 of the squad have been injured, right? And you know Reece James has been injured more this season than he was last season, right?
Yeah.
And that's
All
why
right,
I took him into account, and that's why I defended him. Doesn't mean that I love him or I want to hug him or I want to kiss him or any of that stuff. I defended him because I used my experience of 53 years of watching football, right, to understand the situation. He's going to go somewhere else now, and I'll guarantee you he'll do a good job somewhere else. Look at sorry, I've got a mental block. The guy at Newcastle, DJ. I forgot his name now.
Eddie Howe.
Yeah, Eddie Howe. Right, he got 18 months, right? It took him nearly 18 months, right? He got his signings, virtually no injuries, 1 or 2 injuries, right? He got pre-season, okay? And he got to work with his squad full-time because they've got less international players than us, right? They played friendlies, right, whilst we weren't even training, right? They played 3 or 4 friendlies, okay? And look at the job he's done. He's got them to the final. They got beaten in the final of Carabao. They're going to finish top 4 easy. Easy finish top 4, right? Forget Tottenham, right? It's going to be Newcastle, Man United, right? City and Arsenal in the top 4, right? And he's done that because he was given time. And they weren't winning. Don't forget they were the bottom half of the table last season. I think they were 11th or 12th like us. But he was given the time, right? You have to understand these coaches at that age when they get their first big job, and Newcastle is a big job because they've got a massive support, right? They're a one club city, right? And they've got massive owners, right, who are going to invest money, and they gave him the time. We didn't do that, right? And then Geordies are long suffering. They've won nothing since the 1960s, right? And they're stuck by their coach, right? And the fans never got on his case, or Eddie Howe's case, right? And they love him. But we just didn't want to give the guy a chance. I get what you're saying, DJ, right? That you couldn't see whatever, right? Yeah, right. But yeah, I've coached as well, right? I'm not saying I coached high level. I coached youth teams, right? And I understand the difficulties when you have players out and you've got you've got players that you rely on, and when they're out,
right,
it's totally different.
Stav, thank you very much, Stav. Thank you very much.
He'll do a good job somewhere else.
Yeah, he will definitely. DJ Stav, are you okay?
Yeah,
or you want to drop one more?
No, bro. Listen, listen, mate. If your back's bad, bro, I'd rather you. I would have answered that, but I don't want to. What do you call it, you mate? You got your family. If you need to go get some rest.
DJ, if you got something to say, go ahead.
No, mate. No. I was just gonna say everything that Stav's just said. I understand everything he's basically said. See, my thing with Graham Potter was it's not that I never. I just thought, you know, for me personally, okay, regardless of what you may ever think of Thomas Tuchel. Staff, right? The guy still won. He was a winner. And when you move from an elite manager like him, that's one of things, and then you go to a manager that hasn't hardly won anything in his career apart from the Norwegian or Swedish Cup in where he was managing. All right, also said yeah. You look at that and you think to yourself that it's going to take a long time. It will take the fans. I for one never thought this was the right appointment in the first place. Now we were linked with this other guy. We were linked with this other guy. Yeah? Sorry?
Can I just say something to you? Right?
Yeah, go on.
Thomas Tuchel didn't become an elite coach till he went to Dortmund, right? And he followed
Klopp,
right, to Dortmund. He wasn't an elite coach. He hadn't won anything, and he went to Dortmund and he won a German Cup, right? You have to remember, his Potter, right, got 3 promotions and won the Swedish Cup. And I've heard OG, right? He belittled the cup and he was making fun of the name of the cup.
Stop. We'll come back again next time. We'll talk more about
that's
it.
why I don't want to. That's why I didn't want to watch
Thank
it.
you.
2 seconds,
you.
right?
1-1, by the way. Real Madrid are equalised now. They're equalised.
Yeah, 1-1.
Teams equals 1-1 now.
Yeah, right. We got knocked out of the Cup Winners' Cup, right, by the team that won the Swedish Cup. The year after we won the Cup Winners' Cup, we got knocked out by them at Wittenberg, right? So don't belittle anybody else's national cup, right?
Okay.
Malmo won it. Anyway, go on, Nate. Nate, go and get the missus to give you a bit of a back rub.
Yeah, I need to relax my back a little bit. At least about half an hour. The pain is kicking. Yeah, thank you guys. I'll dig your Stav. Thanks to everyone that made it possible. Stav, we'll see you again tomorrow. You were much more better today. The anger was really toned down. So yeah, thank you very much. Like I said, Stav, and then Mr. Patrick, who is still there with us, and Tony, and I want to love you, Musto, Snoopy G. Dig yourself, much appreciated for you coming on and also helping out with the
It's a pleasure being on your show, brother. Pleasure.
Absolutely.
Pleasure, as always.
Thank you. Emma James, also thank you for being here. Snoopy G, like I said, Tony, and also OG, thank you. Then we have Dummy, the Blue Lounge, everyone that came on the channel, the Added Time podcast. Thank you, everyone. You guys have a good night. And if you're, UK probably it's probably in the evening, right? Here we're getting close to almost 4:00, so I still got time to walk around. You guys is too late, so yeah, I'll see you guys again Sunday. I wouldn't stream, maybe if I have lucky.
Take some time out, bro. I mean, are you going to do the one for the Real Madrid game? I'm sure you are.
Oh, definitely.
So just chill out, bro. Go and chill with your family.
Yeah, now I am going to spend some time with the family, but I'm saying I won't stream tomorrow. I'll resume on Monday. So, Little Desperados, like I would say, hang on to hope, and I'll see you guys some other time. Bye-bye.
Night.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. Sorry, Mikhail. Unfortunately, you're about to end the stream when you jump in. But sorry, I'll see you other time, Mikhail. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.